Hey guys, I'm Ted and I'm here to give you another fast fact. And for today's fast fact, we will discuss the slave narrative. And now the slave narrative was another tool, another mechanism used by abolitionists, American abolitionists, to combat slavery. And it was used as an alternative to moral suasion. Moral suasion was with the principle of using morality to influence a slave owner to change his ways, to free his slaves, and to really just join the crusade against slavery. Now, moral suasion really had no profound or pronounced effect on the slave owner. Again, the slave owner uses slavery for his substance. It's his business. It's how he produces his wealth. And of course, from our discussion on Southern society and more importantly, what the slave master got out of slavery, slaves equals wealth, which the slave owners then parlayed into power. It's how they maintain their control and their monopoly over the political offices in the South. But the slave narrative, served as an alternative to that. What it did was it increased the national attention paid to slavery. It provided former slaves an opportunity for outlet to share their experience, what their experience with slavery, had a way to generate outcry against slavery. Narratives such as the narrative of the life of Frederick Douglass, incidents in the life of a slave girl, and one of the best, 12 Years a Slave by Solomon Northup, gave the real life experience, gave the real deal to the issue, to the situation regarding slavery, in a way that others couldn't. You know, you can speak on slavery, but unless you were a slave, then you really don't know. Then it's really just conjecture what you heard. If a slave came up and said, "Oh yeah, that happened to me. Let me tell you about this time," and he can go off and he can recount in detail what happened to him as a slave, then it holds a bit more of an emotional bearing. It holds a bit more of a persuasive bearing. And then that's what the slave narrative did. And there you guys have it. That is my quick fast fact on the slave narrative. A direct emotional appeal, touching on the many incidents that slaves would have to go through, linking their audience directly with their struggle, providing a firm rebuttal to any argument of slavery being a positive good, or of there being elements of paternalism involved, protective paternalism involved in slavery. And there you guys have it. I'm Ted. That has been your fast fact of the day. Hit like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you thought about the my quick fact on the slave narrative. Let me know if you have read any of the slave narratives that I've discussed, and more importantly, let me know if you've read another slave narrative, one that you thought that I should have mentioned. As always, hit like, subscribe, and comment. I'll see you guys next time for another fast fact.